Hi, I'm Ian Lozanoff, and this is my presentation of my infographic discussing trans people and their struggles with healthcare. First, we start out with the NCTE. The NCTE was established in 2003, and it's called the National Center for Transgender Equality, and it was founded as a voice for trans people, not just in Washington, D.C., but in all around the country. And this kind of deals with physician discrimination. So a lot of trans people are struggling with physician discrimination because it stems a lot more from a deficit of knowledge rather than a deficit of tolerance for trans people. And we're finding a lot of places aren't being educated enough to deal with these certain issues and the people that come in that do fall under the category of transgender. In an NCTE survey that included over 27,000 trans people, we actually found that in all 50 states, that it was done in all 50 states, a quarter of the people stated that when they tried to have insurance pay for their hormone replacement therapy, they were actually denied coverage. This includes over half of who sought coverage for transition-related surgery were also denied coverage. As we continue, we actually are finding more bills that are currently being passed that would actually ban transgender people from doing normal things that they want to do as their new gender that they're identifying as. So one of these bills is actually the Utah Bill of 257. This bill is just one of many that have been passed, and which bans transgender people from actually using gendered bathrooms in government and state buildings. This includes schools, abuse shelters, and hospitals. And this is very harmful to trans people, and these laws actually hurt them a lot because they just want to be people, and we're treating them, especially with these laws, like they aren't people. And now this bill is just one of over 400 anti-LGBTQ bills that are considered being passed that harms trans people. And these over 400 were done in the first week of 2024. What kind of started all these was actually the Trump administration. In January of 2021, the Trump administration actually rescinded Obama-era protections. This kind of taking back of these laws actually barred providers from receiving funding on the federal level from discrimination based on gender equality and sexual orientation. And these laws are actually causing people to want to move. So these legislations that could become laws, and even the threat of becoming laws, is having families question where they want to go, where they want to move to that would actually allow them and their children and everyone who falls under LGBTQ and transgender, where they could go to actually receive the care that's necessary for them to be who they want to be. So as we see in here, we have the trans refugee states, as they're called. They're the 8 states, as including the District of Columbia, that have passed trans refugee laws that offer protections and support and access to gender-affirming healthcare for all LGBTQIA plus people in the state. So these include California, Massachusetts, Illinois, Connecticut, New Jersey, Washington, Colorado, Minnesota, and the District of Columbia. Now, why is that important? Well, that's not a lot of states. So while California is big, we're finding a lot more states that are slowly introducing more bills, as I said before, that are harming trans people. And it's becoming increasingly harder for these people to find refugee in states that they already live in. So it's causing people to completely uproot from their lives to actually move to different states in order to just receive health care that is necessary for the procedures and the care that they need done to actually get them to who they want to be. And as you see, and especially in the Trump administration, when they actually took away those laws, people are very scared of if Trump gets reelected, what other protections, what other laws are actually going to be passed that are going to bar even more trans people from receiving the help that they need. So it's becoming an increasingly more talked about issues, especially with the upcoming election. And that's the infographic. So these are my references. Thank you very much. Have a good day.